I'm dying. I'm dying. Oh my gosh. Alright. What's up, gamers? The previous intro was going to be by the door, but then I accidentally spoiled it. So I have to redo the intro. So what's up, gamers, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I have the menu open just in case, you know, someone accidentally clicks on and sees that, but, what's up, gamers? We're gonna do the Chapter 3 trial and find out who the frick would kill my homies, both of my homies. I wonder, does it show if they're dead yet? No, it still just doesn't. Alright, anyways, let's begin. Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. Holy frick, there's like no one! Wait, is that everyone? That is everyone! As soon as we were all there... Wait, what?
Monokuma appears!
Hello! He's multiplied?
Wrong.
No, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of an illusion. I'm moving so fast it only looks like I multiplied. Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma?
Whew.
Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the train. Or elevator. And I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please!
Hold on, I'm not mentally prepared yet.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already, I didn't do it for serious. That reminds me, did you ever find the other costume? Or the note? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have a culprit. Celeste, you're as dumb as freaking Hina. You both, Sorry for calling you dumb. That just reminds me, it's time for a Kratse K-tip. Here we go. Another Kratse K-tip. Frick. I forgot the Kratse K-tip. I remember it. Saying, but whatever. Don't do that. I'm not gonna go further into it. But that's the Kratse K-tip. You know, like, well, it's very passive-aggressive. And no one likes passive-aggressiveness. Alright, there we go.
Hey.
This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get into the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first. Then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. You said do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive. And for the two that lost their lives. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed two of our friends. The killer is... It just says it. Someone right here. I knew it was security camera. What do you have to say for yourself? I can't think about the surveillance camera right now, but he's the killer. Alright, who do I talk to? I'll talk to Byakuya, of course. Were you listening? Wait till. Byakuya, why did you say till? Like, what? Wouldn't you either say until or till with one L? But, alright, I'll talk to Genocide Jack as well.
Yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it! Alright, Big Mac, here we go. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk toward the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move! Bro. Bro, there's like no one. What the frick? The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up into a cruel fate. Oh my, it's blue. And there's moons. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the what?
Only because of you. Alright, now does it show it? I guess it never will. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute! Have you guys seen Beta Monokuma?
Come on.
Stop goofing around and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break.
Yahoo!
I never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. I thought he was going to make a joke about actually holding out and doing like a fake commercial. So the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Alright. I don't have much SP. So some more health could be nice. What is this? Yeah, that's probably good, but what about... Nah. Alright, breathing technique it is. Wait, is there any of them that are just not good? I mean, that's alright, but it's like... I don't need the time limit increased. Sure, whatever. Alright. Alright.
Let's begin with a
Now I'm
basic
surrounded by
explanation
dead.
of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
What do we begin with? What?
We already know who did it.
Okay, you know.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
Why are you guys freaking tag teaming on Hero? Like,
I didn't.
Come
Someone
on,
knocked me
guys.
out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
okay, I guess triple tag team is.
Who are you calling a murderer?
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
All right, prove it. Prove that you can prove it.
Blueprint for the suit. Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling.
All right. All right. Yeah, the evidence is compelling, but like. But
It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
all right.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Is Hero really the killer, or... Bro, it'll take me like 5 seconds to just prove that Hero's not the killer. Just to make that clear. Oh my gosh, the amount of signs. Oh frick, there's so many freaking signs. Like,
Everything we found in your room. The
your room.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Yeah.
Hiro, why? Why did you kill them?
I didn't mean to
No!
freaking shoot your
Just
face.
Hold on a second!
Wait, what? That's all? Wait, what was wrong?
Everything we found in your room.
Everything. I didn't mean
The
to.
blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
The blueprints? Okay, yeah.
No,
Good.
it's wrong.
The handwriting was different.
Are
Bro,
we sure
look at that-
Hero
look at that
really made
sadness
those
right there.
blueprints?
The 3 freaking signs lined up.
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to
His
the
handwriting is
blueprints.
so good. Oh my gosh. Good thing I'm not freaking streaming. I accidentally spoiled it again. Alright. If I skip something, because I had to cut it out. Frick. Again. I don't usually freaking do that, but
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
well, yeah.
And he's not the only one. I think Hiro's innocent as well.
GG, Byakuya, we're homies now.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
Well, it was Hiro.
Is it
Like-
like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
I mean, I guess if there was 2
The
suits.
suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Alright. Yeah, nice job, Byakuya.
So? Who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Well, it was so freaking obvious. It's obviously the Illuminati. Who else would it freaking be? No,
I got it! Other than Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
because the size only fit Hiro.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
Wait, I wasn't paying attention. Wow. Byakuya.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What?
Yeah, Hina, you poop face, poop. You poop hair, hair clip. You poop eyes, poop
Now
face.
that's a bold assumption.
Right, Toko, you poop face.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do
Celeste,
have
you
a
poop
reason,
face.
yes?
Of course. But before we get to that,
Makoto, tell them why.
there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
If he makes me say
Hey,
it.
stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
A gold scar.
Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
Oh yeah, Byakuya. I'll give you a hint, Byakuya.
I got it!
Still one more thing. It was. Oh frick! I missed it. The dolly.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What the frick? My Wi-Fi just died. Alright, my Wi-Fi died, but... Alright, Byakuya.
So, let's
What's
see
with
if
the
I can
attitude?
explain.
Alright, gamers. I was looking at the menu, and look at the word this at the bottom. Why is there space between the I and the S? Like, that should be illegal. Gets arrested.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room. And then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing.
They used it to roll the body.
I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body. Am I right?
Yes, no, nay, yeah, yes.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
I'm pretty sure.
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Yeah?
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
Frick, my Wi-Fi just keeps dying.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
Wait. What did you just say? What the frick? No, I did not. It was in... No. No, I... What the frick? Okay. This is the dumbest thing I've heard ever. I go into a room and I find a dead body. I go back into it and the body's gone. I go into a different room and it's there. She says it was there the whole time. That's the dumbest thing I've ever freaking heard.
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
How do I respond? I don't know how to respond. That's
no
the dumbest
shame
thing
in
I've
being
ever
wrong.
heard.
Nobody expects much from you anyway.
You can't even say
We've
that.
all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Celeste. I have found the culprit both times. You have done nothing both times. This while being so mean. But maybe I can change your mind. Celeste, expect this from me. Expect the fact that this truth bullet is going to freaking blast your face. If I can just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. No. Oh, it's a what? Already?
You have it wrong. I
Okay.
cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will
Bro,
get you
why is
nowhere.
there a bullet time
You're
battle
worst.
for the freaking easiest thing of all time?
Miserable wretch.
Like,
I
bro,
cannot agree. You are a fool.
the argument
Do your worst.
is that the body wasn't in
You had it
the
wrong.
room that I freaking
cannot
saw it
agree.
in.
You
The
are
whole,
a fool.
oh frick.
So pathetic.
Oh my gosh.
Lies will get you nowhere.
Okay.
Do your worst. You miserable wretch.
Guys, this is not okay.
I cannot agree. You are a fool.
Okay,
Do your worst.
the argument is that
I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
that's the... Bro, how do I prove that the body was there at one point?
If you're asking
Oh,
for
you know, the
proof that
massive
dolly
freaking blood
moved,
stain
I have it right here.
with the freaking tires. You drag the blood stain, and then there was blood on the tires. Oh my gosh. You're so not that
When I
great.
found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So
Oh my
there's my
gosh,
proof that
why
the
are we
dolly
even
was used to
having
move
this
Taka's body.
argument? It's okay to be wrong. We didn't expect much from you anyway. Gee, Makoto, you can't say that word. Does Celeste really hate me
Well,
that much?
anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Alright.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo-Justice didn't do it. Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
A pacifist robot.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. What does he mean by that? Bolt time battle? Wait, I mean non-stop debate? Alright. Gotta...
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
Yes.
And from there,
Why
the
did
body
we-
was moved to the repository, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
Celeste.
the
How did
culprit
you not
wrapped the body in
understand
the
that?
tarp,
It
then
was
loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled
that
it off, right?
too.
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Hold up. Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
Bro. You said it yourself. Robo just discussing. You couldn't even bend over when you had it on.
You're
So-
absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
See,
But if
Byakuya
you
knows
were
what's
wearing
up.
that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
Of course not.
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Oh, frick, I don't know if I'm recording. Alright, I'm definitely recording now. I'm blinding the bat in here. I can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised. I'm telling you. And that... You can't bend those waist.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
What's to stop you?
When
Nothing.
you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
Yep.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit,
Toko, not that she can... It's totally impossible. Like, she tried to move the body and then just gave up. You know.
it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Oh my gosh, in the span of one sentence, he used cumbersome and dexterity. What a legend.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Nope, because Hero's not strong enough. Once it's on, it's never coming off.
I got it!
He just,
I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember,
I don't know what's up with this thing. Alright. I didn't make it. There's a clasp, and I can't get the clasp off.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Well, yeah.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Yeah.
Showing up in the
Makes
suit
sense.
was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
It's really, really true that Robo-Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Yeah.
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Oh my gosh.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice? If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
Well, that's the real one. That's the real Robo-Justice. Not... It's the actual IRL Robo-Justice that is scary.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
That hit me. What kind? Robo-Justice?
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question. The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Bro.
Hold on a second!
It's still far too early to reach that conclusion.
Well, thanks for, you know, talking.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Sure.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
What a pain in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
Probably gaming.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
Sad.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone. That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume.
That's not strange. I wear that every day. That's like work attire.
As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo-Justice had abducted Hifumi. We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library.
Bro, Sakura just said Byakuya.
He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the nurse's office...
Ah! There was a shadow. Alright, let's get him.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
So what's wrong? That was a really crazy scream. That was so gross. And the scary man, he's running.
and then,
Oh my gosh, Hifumi, he's screaming. Let's go get him.
at that point we decided to divide up into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the suspect. When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi, dead. And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor to let the others know what had happened.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room. We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time. Because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
Whose body gone?
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
This can't be happening.
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time...
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
I think that about covers it.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well, if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Oh.
And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
The contradiction hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them no matter what. Okay. Freeze non-stop debate. You guess so?
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
What order?
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Oh, sorry.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Hold on.
So, I wonder if he died before, or perhaps it was after?
Oh, wait.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you say?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Not the numbering. Frick! Okay.
Shoot!
So, I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
Frick!
Shoot!
Okay.
So,
I have an idea.
I wonder if, or perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in.
Do that. Okay.
Taka came last.
Hopefully, I can do something with this.
Say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Let's freaking go.
That's wrong!
Because,
Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
yeah.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Alright. Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. I feel like there was something. Don't be Hangman's freaking gambit. Alright. Whatever, it was his watch. W R I S T O T W A. Wait, what? Oh, there was already an A. Okay. C A.
Now I understand!
Easy dubs.
I got it! Taka's wristwatch!
He's looking at his hand. Oh my, I don't have a watch. I don't have a watch.
See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
What if he broke it on his way back to his room? Wait. It was broken at like 6 a.m. Never mind. What if you had to go to a... I don't know. It's almost 10 o'clock. Yeah, I know what time it is.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Yep.
And that would be his official time of death.
Ow.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
Alright, gamers, you know the cut in my mouth that I mentioned in like episode 10 or 11 or 12 or something? Well, guess what's back? Guess what's back?
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
It didn't slip past everyone, not me, of course.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Yeah.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Dang.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder, but all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Actually, no. There's one thing that makes it so anyone could have done it. What was that? That came from downstairs.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Yeah?
If that's true, where's the tape?
I don't know.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway, we all have
Bro,
rock-solid
Hina, you
alibis
freaking-
for when we heard Hifumi scream. Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared. When his body vanished from the nurse's office, Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room. At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Yeah.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then!
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
True, he's pretty chunky.
Because, as we just established, she
Oh, yeah.
was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
As in how?
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Well, it was obvious with the teleporter in the physics lab.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
We could not have gone far. I was not that long gone.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Dang, really calling out Hifumi like that, Makoto?
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, you win.
What?
If the dead body were to move itself.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Of course. Yeah?
The dead body moved on its own?
No! Not another ghost!
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was
Perhaps.
alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
He did look,
Perhaps
you know,
he
a
was
little bit
simply
dead.
playing dead.
Ow. Ow. Holy frick.
That it isn't possible.
But maybe it is? I mean, you have to be really good at doing it, but no, the idea that he's still alive is really possible. I guess. Gotta make my argument. Alright. What's Celeste's account?
You saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
But
Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
true.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to grab.
Are you saying that when we first...
There's a chance he was actually still alive?
No,
Oh,
it is impossible.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body. Hifumi's
Alright, I'm
dead,
pretty sure
and
that's
that is why the
Are we really so sure? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Sure. Alright, here's my theory.
Are you saying that when
When we first found there's a chance he was...
Actually still alive.
My theory was wrong.
Are you saying that when we first... There's a chance he...
No,
Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
and that is
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
might be that.
discovery.
Is it raining? I can't tell if it's raining.
Are you saying
I
that
think
when
it
we
might be.
first... There's a chance...
chance he was actually...
No. Hifumi was
In
dead,
those
and you
extra
know that. Surely you
4
heard the body.
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
No, it hadn't, because...
No, that's wrong.
Oh yeah, when you think about it.
Was the body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
I mean, like, yeah,
Maybe.
it did.
But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's a little...
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
Maybe
there
Monokuma
was.
simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too
Ow.
much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
The way he said it sounds...
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
True.
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Nice catch, Byakuya.
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
It was... Yeah, it was when they were both in the equipment room. Or no, the art place. Yeah.
I got it!
When they were both rediscovered.
We heard it a second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies.
Ow! Ding dong, ding dong. After a certain amount of time.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
Then in reality,
The Byakuya and Makoto tag team.
when the two dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, meaning he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Oh, I know! Because he was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Wait. That might actually be right.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Bro, we just did. We just did. What more proof do you need?
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
Is that thunder?
Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is pointless.
Plus, you're just lazy. There's no proof. There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it with him. What am I gonna show? Hifumi's, oh yeah, his glasses. Because, if you guys remember,
Well, here's one thing we do
he
know.
didn't have blood on his glasses.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the
The
nurse's
second time.
office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
I mean, that's
And the
true.
next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
But
Yeah.
when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
No. Frick. Okay. It wasn't that.
Well, here's one. The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time, it was in.
But when you compare his body before,
other than the change in how it, there was no notable difference.
Oh, okay. That's what it is. The glasses.
No, that's wrong. In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. His glasses.
True.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
The rest of us that aren't as smart, if you know what I'm saying.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's
Besides
office,
Byakuya, of
his
course.
glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
You haven't been checked on? It was
I got it!
clean.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look
That
at the
we will not say the
bloodstain on
name
the
of.
cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
No, that's mine.
the character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Okay. In the recording booth, that line, when they... What the frick? How... I want to know how voice actor reacted. Cassandra Lee Morris, that's the voice actor, just saying. I know because I'm a gamer. But... just when they told her, say this, or just read the script, what the frick?
I highly
Even the
doubt
star,
anyone
too,
but
in the
Hifumi would have
script.
brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Yeah,
A
that...
few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
Wait, is that actually the only three characters with glasses?
So what you're saying is... What exactly?
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Look, those testimonies weren't very, solid proof, though. I mean, yeah, I don't think they'd use them.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
What the frick does that mean? What, did someone just, you know... Oh, hi, Hifumi, can I just wipe the blood off your eyes real quick?
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
That's a good point. Yeah, it freaking is. Who would just freaking...
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Bro,
The
did you
fridge
check
in
the
the nurse's
fridge?
office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot!
And if Hifumi was still
Yeah.
alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved his body was Taka himself. They were both alive. Why is Sakura even an option? Like, what the frick?
My God! It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside, which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository.
This is a bro moment.
So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Kyoko, your face needs to chill. Oh my gosh. It's going insane.
But that means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh,
Yes, there
absolutely.
is.
The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed.
It's about
You
the
know
scrap
what
of
I'm
paper.
talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
The scrap of paper. Where is it? This one.
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
What the frick, Sakura? Yes, his pants. What is that? What?
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet at the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Me. What happens if I... Alright, I gotta try it. Are these pants people? Even if there are?
Shoot! In other words, the killer and that person could only have been... I got it! That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
How can you prove it was Taka?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Yeah.
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary. Yeah, I was terrified. But still, can't let her get to me. Of course I can't let her get to me. This is too easy. Wait, what? No, which one is it?
Huffy had the note, right?
I don't know,
Then the
actually.
person it was intended for...
I thought it was... You know, I thought it was gonna be... this.
must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
Oh,
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
oh, frick. Wait, broken wristwatch? Let's go.
No, that's wrong! No, there absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
Bro.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Oh, well, that works.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
He was probably making a paper football.
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Oh, yes.
Most likely, Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Alright, guess I will. Assuming both of us up.
I got it!
There you go,
When I
Byakuya.
searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is...
It's from...
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup.
Oh, yeah,
They're from
true.
the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
Hold up, is my internet still down? I wonder.